we're ready. I guess you guys want to come up and sit in these softer chairs.
I didn't bring seed corn down.
Yeah. Oh,
good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, Molly.
Morning.
Good morning. Hi. Hi.
Everything's going this morning.
Pretty
You guys are really slow.
Slow morning?
Oh, that's too bad.
No, it's not.
I'm here today as representing Kids World. I'm the director up there, and I brought along Steve Irwin with me. He's our vice president on our board. I was coming to the county to possibly ask for some assistance there. We've been operating pretty good here up until this minimum wage increase. And it's been very difficult for me to find extra avenues for funding the general operation fund of the center. We have increased our rates. We had a slight cushion in our program that we had at financial, and with that minimum wage increase and the increase of gases and all the extra stuff, it hit us so hard that it took away all my extra funding that I had to did I say that? A cushion. And so basically I've been operating here lately week by week. It's been really very, very tight. It's not the way I feel comfortable operating Kids World at this time. And I did bring you guys a actual report showing the actual showing for 2007, 2008 actuals, and then there's the three of us that have been working on the budget for 09, 010, and I have copied that. And on the top of this page, I've also attached, I have been communicating with a couple other local counties around us, the Carroll County and Crawford County, seeing if they have supported their child care centers in their county, and these two have. And I wanted to make sure that you had that information for you to ask me any questions, give me suggestions here. I'm coming to you guys for some help. And I have visited with Jack a couple times before, just touching base a little bit about it. So.
Can I insert something?
Absolutely.
The cover there, you know, again, she looked into what some neighboring counties do, and different centers have operated on different philosophies and unique to that area. Some maybe are closely aligned with maybe a hospital, and some are with a county, and some with a city. And you know, typically there has always been somebody that they've been aligned with, and that kind of shows you a little bit what like Carroll and Crawford kind of have done. And you know, I think being on the Kids World board for quite a while, we've been pleased with where we've been able to come, you know, from and to at this point. And this, as she indicated, that minimum wage thing really hit us up there. I mean, that was about a 40% increase for about 80% of the staff or 90% of the staff over about a 8-month period. And we just couldn't digest that all that quickly. And so now we're struggling. Our head is above water, but it's certainly a lot closer to the top of the water than we'd like it to be. And so Molly does a good job up there running the center, and she's trying to look at all the alternatives, I guess, when it comes to trying to make the center stay successful.
Does Crawford County support the child care center in Crawford County? What do they do?
They actually have, in Crawford County, they actually own, they're in agreement with the city and the school and the county, and they own the building that the center is operated out of.
That's what
and then they give an additional, that additional funding that is listed as that $5,000 is what they give to them.
The county or the city?
The county. I'm sorry, I probably don't. Yeah, it says right here, Crawford County supports the child care center, the one that they have in Denison.
Yeah.
I'm referring to, and that's all they refer to in Crawford County centers that they support.
I think what you said is the county pays 5 towards the...
To center in Denison.
It isn't the city.
Right, yeah. Because I listed it up at the top here, how there's a center in Breda, Carroll, and Manton, and those are the ones that, how Carroll has funded those centers. Carroll County has funded those centers. One thing about Kids World, we really, when it first started, we kind of got off on a teetering start, and we've kind of struggled with the financials and getting that going. I've been there since December '04, and since then we've been really proud of the fact that we've been able to operate as we've been. We've paid our loans, we've paid back the things that we've needed to. We meet our obligations. This is a huge step for me to come outside and ask, from the county to come and, I'm at a pinch here, I'm needing some support, I'm needing some help, and I have visited with other centers and seen what they have for resources, and this is a resource that I have not approached, so that's why I was coming to ask you about that. And we do have corporate sponsors. The hospital is a corporate sponsor, VT Corporation is a corporate sponsor, and Iowa State Bank is a sponsor. So, I mean, there's little bits and pieces that come into the puzzle, and we just, we need some support from you guys.
Who owns that building? Kids World building?
The city.
The city does, and you pay the rent to the city?
It's called a lease payment, but it goes to pay a loan that the city set up to pay for the building to begin with.
Does that start in the building?
Excuse me?
Does that start in the building?
Yes, they
How
rent.
does that show up on revenues?
Under rent, there should be rent up on the top.
Second item down, $7.25 a month.
Under the meals or...
Yeah, that would be the third one, the meals. That's CACFP.
So what's the total revenue, per year, per month from...
Look on the is that on the actual page?
The total revenue from just Head Start?
Yeah.
That's 700 times that.
Be $7,250 rent.
Right.
Plus they pay some towards the meals and the...
Right, the food pool, it's built in, it gets added into this,
But you know what percentage of that would be?
I'm looking here, because see, this is without them, this is without them, and then you can see the increase in October, so it's about
600 a month?
Yeah, $600 to $900 a month,
Okay.
roughly.
For 10 months. So we figure 800 a month times 10 would be...
Because you can see in the July...
Must be about 15,000.
June, July, and August, and September, then it kicks in, you can see where that number increases for the food, and that's where they reimburse for that. And then Kids Cash is another fundraising thing that we do. We have local businesses here in Sac City that give a percentage back to the center of those sales, of those gift cards, basically. And then under the other grants, that's the grants, fundraising, donations that are received through the center.
The city does kick in about 20. That's what we did last year.
Yeah.
20,000 annual.
And then with those grant funding that I've been seeing, especially through this last year, there's been a decrease of those that are available. The state has been taking their funding and plugging it into other resources, so they've kind of been taking away some of our funding that we've been available to get and putting them into the public school system for their preschool program is where we're seeing some of those funds go.
I'm sure you've never seen that before, where a government entity would maybe go one direction and then the wind would might be changed and they might go a little different direction.
Molly, on that grants line item, you've got 1, 2, 3 different amounts underlined.
That's because those are the,
December.
on the actuals is what you're looking at?
Yeah.
Those are when we received the city support.
Okay.
And that was an amount
I
of,
think it was...
that was 24 and that 24 that
That's
year.
very right here. I guess on 07, 08, it
It
was
was 24,000.
24,000. We got in 08, 09, we're